Hey everyone, Kevin here, joined by my companion Ratatouille for today. Happy early Halloween. This is basically my video demo for project number 5. We're working with texture mapping. The idea with this is we're basically going to take images, BMPs in this case, and then drape them over objects. Here we're basically given various BMP files for the various planets. Here's Earth, for example. It's basically just a square pixel image. And then we're going to drape that over spheres and scale them to relative sizes, and then play around with a few options such as lighting and then the GL replace and GL modulated, just to make sure that those effects work. Here's the basic recipe for this. Basically we're reading in the texture images with GL text image 2D. Basically whenever we call that, the CPU basically sends over the bytes for this image, and it basically renders it for us. To make this a little bit more efficient, since we're going to be rendering textures for a bunch of objects, we're basically going to be using a bind command, the GL texture bind, and we're going to be using that in combination basically with texture objects, and this is basically more efficient since it stores it on the GPU and then transfers it, and then we just basically call it whenever we need it. So without further ado, let's go ahead and go into the code. Or not the code, but just into the demonstration, show how it works. You can see we've opened all our assets and loaded the textures, and let me get in. Here we go. Here's our scene. It's kind of dark, so I'll just turn on the lighting for it real quick. Oh yeah, so I also have this object for spotlight, so you could just see, there it is, interacting with our scene. We have our image basically draped over our OSU sphere. Let me turn off the axes too. There you go. So that's what it looks like. And I could also turn off the texture, and then it's very not interesting. And we could also cycle through the various planets. So we have Earth, we have Mars, we have Jupiter, which is massive, Saturn, Uranus. Can't really see much, but yeah, that's just what that texture looks like. It's very faint. Neptune. I've added this one. This is Grumpy Cat. Just playing around with it. So there you go. Just some added bonus. And then more bonus. I was just playing around with a Star Destroyer in this case, just seeing what it looks like. You could actually drape it over any object, so I also added a rat, for example, if you ever seen a leopard rat before, or maybe a zebra rat. It's pretty interesting, much more interesting for sure compared to a non-textured rat. So I think that's pretty much everything. Again, we have all our planets in here. You have the option to basically turn off their textures, turn off the lighting. You have the natural lighting source interacting with the object. Basically when the light is off, it's using the GL not replace but modulate, so really the natural color of the sphere should be blending with the texture, so it should be almost kind of like more of a transparent wrap, versus when the lighting is off, then it basically takes on the full color of the texture image. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So hope you enjoyed. Bye.